1,000! Hello everybody, and welcome to the special weekend Sunday morning edition of Todd's 10. I am your host, Todd Kemper-Berman Jr. It's great to be here this morning. As you can see, it is the weekend edition. Not my suit, not my tie. Generally, actually don't even wear a tie. Don't like it, don't like the feeling around my neck. But again, this is the weekend edition. We're on weekend clothes, weekend hair, weekend projections. And here we go, folks. We're going to get right into the matchup. What is a crucial week in the SPE F09/S10 League. Playoff spots on the line. Destinies to be determined. What will happen today, this Sunday morning, this Sunday afternoon, tomorrow night, tonight. Let's get right into the matchups, folks. First match of the week, folks, is mixing things up. Going against One Nation under Todd. Currently 35.1 points. A stellar performance by Will Fuller on Thanksgiving Day, leading to a 145-point projection for Chris Tolman to Brett Kohler, who got 10.8 points from Marvin Jones Jr. Late trade edition late in the week this week. Still projected at 118.7. Big spread for Tolman. Let me tell you why. Teddy Bridgewater going against his former team in Minnesota. Look for him and have a nice day. Mahomes dueling Brady against Tampa Bay. Look for the cannons to be slinging, the arms to be throwing, the balls to be chucking. I think Mahomes got the advantage there. Looking at the running back position, what was once a thriving running back position for Tolman. And guys, now it looks like he's got a bunch of guys from Mars, a bunch of astronauts. Austin Eckler, Gus Edwards, Dalvin Cook versus Kareem Hunt. I like the Dalvin-Kareem combination. Dalvin's been hot. Kareem has been good, especially in a PPR league where you get 1 point per reception. That's 1 point PPR. That's what we are. That's what the kind of league we're in. I like the advantage of their running back position. Looking at the receivers, though, obviously huge advantage. A 25-point advantage already for Tolman with Will Ferrell, Calvin Ridley, Darren Waller, and Jamison Crowder. Definitely has the advantage here over Kohler, but it's DK Metcalf, Noah Fant, and Leonard Fournette. Huge advantage there for Tolman, and that's where you see such a huge point disparity, folks. Tolman's team is bringing the absolute motherfucking heat right here with the wide receivers in the flex position. Look at the defense here. Rams defense going against what is a banged-up San Francisco team. Great play by him. Risky play by Kohler playing the Steelers defense. No Lamar Jackson this week, but will they even play? We don't know. There's many things we don't know about this week. That is certainly one of them. Playoff spots on the line, folks. Probably one of the better 3-8 teams in the league. Goggles at the kicker for him. Will Lutz for Brett Kohler. Give him the advantage to Goggles. Can never go against him. Give the advantage to Tolman. Absolutely think he's going to be mixing things up, mixing up a victory this week, bouncing off his 3-game losing streak that he's had earlier in the season. Look for Tolman to capture a victory this week. Moving on to the next matchup, folks. That's right, we're already on to our second matchup, 2020, the Bee's Knees. Going against one of the hottest teams in the league. Is the Geist worth the squeeze? Let's find out if he is this week. Projected 115.6. Coach, going to be a victor over 111. Mike Mullen, let's explain why. Josh Allen going to the Chargers, a great play there by Coach. Rodgers going against Chicago, not as good as a play. It's got to hurt Mullen to be playing Rodgers against his own hometown team. Mitch behind center, again for the Bears, but he's not going to be able to stop Aaron Rodgers. Nothing's going to stop Josh Allen today, though. Advantage Coach. Looking in the running back position, Adrian Peterson found the fountain of youth this week at 17.5 points. He's going against Melvin Gordon and Kenyon Drake. Also got Edwards-Helaire going for Coach. I actually like the advantage of the running back position to Coach. Adrian Peterson surged on Thanksgiving Day. That's what he does. He eats turkey. He likes legs. He pumps his legs. He likes sticks. Advantage there with the coach running that position. I think Edwards-Helaire has a really big day PPR-wise. Gets a lot of receptions out of the backfield. Not working Le'Veon as much in the rotation as projected. And he's a tough guy to please. Advantage Coach. Look at the wide receiver position here, though. Sterling Shepard, Sammy Watkins, Hayden Hurst, Benny Snell Jr. Not the greatest looking lineup there for Coach. Wide receivers here, DeAndre Hopkins, Justin Jefferson, Rob Gronkowski, Juju Smith-Schuster for Merlin. A lot of question marks there. Does Juju play? Does DeAndre have a nice day against that New England secondary, which is depleted? What kind of Justin Jefferson will we see today? With Adam Thielen out, you got to expect big things, fireworks, 4th of July, Justin Jefferson there. Rob Gronkowski was hot there for a while, kind of slowed down a little bit here. Can he find his mojo? Can he get his Austin Powers? His mojo, baby. Can he get it back? He's the American version of Austin Powers. Can he be the international man of mystery today? We will find out. I'm going to give the advantage there to Mike Malone. The guy is certainly worth the squeeze there. Look at the defenses here. Philadelphia Seahawks going up against Philadelphia. Not a good defense. Saints going up against Denver. Gotta like the play for the Saints defense. Denver doesn't have a quarterback. So, there you go. Advantage Coach. Look at the kickers here. Tyler Bass doing a little ass kicking. Justin Tucker, will he play? Got to give advantage to Tucker. If he plays, advantage Tucker. If not, advantage Bass. That's simply how it works. If you either have Bass or you have Tucker, you got to choose Tucker. You always throwing that line out that Tucker, reeling the bass. More of a northern guy myself, of course, from that up northern area. Anyways, I'm rambling. It's early in the morning here, folks. Just took my pills. Day is ready to go, and we're on to our third matchup. Mac in Chicago, great again, on the verge of a playoff berth for the first time in a long time. Going against Team Sex, who was one of the hottest teams in the league, except for last week where he blew his load a little early, lost the game. Looking at the matchup here, Cam Newton going up against Arizona, Kyler Murray going up against New England. We have a battle in the desert today, or actually in Boston, between these two quarterbacks. I'm going to give the advantage to Kyler. I think he takes advantage of what is a depleted New England defense due to the fact that they just don't have guys. There's guys simply not there this year. They're out for COVID. They're out for other things. They're out because they just don't want to be there. They were friends of Tom Brady. They like the loyalty. Loyalty is big to Tom. TB12, avocado ice cream, Kyler Murray advantage. Projections 112.3 for the group, 122.4 for Deutsch, by the way. Nick Chubb, Frank Gore going at the running back position for Kyle of the group. Derrick Henry, Zach Moss, definitely advantage for Team Sex here. Got a real... Derrick Henry is a ground and pound kind of guy. That's what he does. He pounds until he finally forces his way into the end zone. That's what he does. Nick Chubb's a good play against Jacksonville. Not so sure about Frank Gore going up against one of his 18 former teams. Zach Moss probably going to have a nice day against the Chargers. Advantage Team Sex. Look at the wide receivers here. A.J. Brown, Ronnie Anderson, Travis Kelce, Michael Pittman Jr. for the group. Sneaky play with Pittman Jr. I think he could have a nice day against that Tennessee secondary. Allen Robinson the second. Terry McLaurin, T.J. Hawkinson, Tyler Boyd. He has 16.2 from McLaurin, 13.9 already from Hawkinson. Those are good plays for Deutsch. Overall, though, just for the sake of just mixing things up, I'm going advantage to Groot here. I think Anderson could have a nice day. A.J. Brown's been surging, finding the end zone a lot lately. Maybe not necessarily getting a lot of yards, but a lot of touchdowns. Touchdowns, of course, mean more than yards in fantasy football. That's how it works, more points. And, of course, a huge advantage with Travis Kelce there. I think he puts up a big 20-burger today. Advantage to Groot. Looking at the defense here is Bears defense going against Green Bay. Dolphins against the Jets. This is a no-brainer for me. A no-brainer Albert Einstein, Thomas Edison kind of choice here. Dolphins defense advantage of the Jets. Malvern from Bagley, Matt Prater only put up 5 points for Deutsch, so I'm going to think Bagley puts up more than 5. I'm going advantage to Group, and I'm going advantage in the matchup to Eric Deutsch. This is a huge matchup as far as playoff implications go. Probably one of the matchups of the week. Should have addressed that earlier. Address 16-17. Anyways, that's what you do. You have an address. That's where you live. You put it on a postcard. You send it to people. Sending victories his way this week, Eric Deutsch. Looking at their other matchups here, we got Team America and the newest dad. Welcome to the daddom. Justin Bollinger. And what if Godwin was one of us? One of the more disappointing teams of the season. 7-4 versus 4-7. 112.4 for Bollinger. 105.2 for Up. Can he keep that dad mojo working? Let's find out right now. Alex Smith put up a solid 8.06 for Team America. Definitely think Phil is going to have a better day for Indianapolis. Probably 17.56 performance. But that means we give the advantage to Jeff Up. Looking at the running backs here, we got Ronald Jones the second. Mike Davis for Bollinger. Bollinger could not be happier that C-Mac is going down with the shoulders. He's going down with the ankles. He's going down with the feet. He's going down with the back. The guy is dinged up. He's banged up. He bada bing, bada boom. Christian McCaffrey out of the game. Mike Davis, nice play there by Bollinger. Giovanni Bernard and Duke Johnson going for Jeff Up. Duke Johnson put up a solid 17 points on Thanksgiving Day. That's huge. I still think advantage to Bollinger. Ronald Jones Jr. seems to go Ronald Jones is second. I keep saying Junior. You know I hate the second. I've addressed this. It's Todd's 10. Don't like the second. If you're the second person in your family name yourself Junior. That's what you do. Anyways, they're going to hear Jones goes every other game. Davis primed to have a big day against Minnesota. Advantage Bollinger. Looking at the wide receivers here, Mike Evans, Amari Cooper, Hunter Henry, Chase Claypool for Bollinger. Cooper put up a 23.2 spot going against Chris Godwin, Cooper Kupp, Trey Burton, and DJ Moore. This is really the battle, a real battle here at these positions. I really like that Cooper put up a 23.2. I think Godwin's going to have a better day than Evans. Looking at the tight ends, though, pretty much a draw. And I'm going to give the advantage to Jeff Up here. I like DJ Moore. I think he's going to have a nice day. Despite the 23.2 from Cooper, I think the rest of his lineup could let Bollinger down. Advantage Jeff Up. What if Godwin was one of us? Today, we will find out what that means. Looking at it here, Panthers defense going against Minnesota. Cowboys defense put up a big 2 spot. That's right, a 2-burger. There are a lot of burger references. Might grab myself a burger later this evening. Maybe this afternoon. Dollarberg's Big 12 Good Times flashback 10 years ago. I'm going to give the advantage here to the Panthers defense, though, because we know what the Cowboys have done with 2 points, and I think the Panthers will do better. Graham Gano, kicker, going up against Cincinnati. Cody Parkey. Can't park that train anywhere here. Advantage Gano. I'm going to give the advantage, though. Sneaky upset pick to what if Godwin was one of us. I know the dad mojo. I hate to go against that, but he doesn't want me to pick him. So that's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick the other guy, Jeff Up, 4-7, beating the new dad guy, Justin Bollinger. Advantage up, victory up. Moves to 5-7. Big playoff implications with that game. We have 3 matchups left in this docket, folks. That's right. Trey Nelson battling for his playoff life this week. The king of Tyreek Hill projected at 146.4, going against the best team in the league. Stay off the weed. 8-2-1. Mike Boyd having one of the best seasons ever seen in fantasy football. Tom Brady for Trey Nelson going up against Kansas City this week. Gotta hurt him. He's going a quarterback against his own team. Who does he root for? What does he want? Does he want playoffs? Does he want a Chiefs playoffs? Fantasy playoffs, Chiefs playoffs? You gotta weigh the things. Libra, scales, justice. What do we do here? We don't know. Advantage though to Russell Wilson going against Philadelphia. I think he's got a nice day from Mike Boyd's team. Look at the running back position. Antonio Gibson put up a huge 36.6 spot for Trey Nelson on Thanksgiving. Chase Edmonds holding down the other spot for him. I think it's Josh Jacobs and Aiden Himes. Just because of the 36 burger that freaking Antonio Gibson laid down on Thanksgiving Day, I'm giving the advantage to Gibson. I know Deutsch drafted him. Don't know what happened. Did he get traded? Great trade. Trey Nelson. I think you have the advantage here in the running back position. Look at the wide receivers, Tyreek Hill, Keenan Allen, Eric Ebron, Devontae Parker for Trey Nelson, Devontae Adams, Tyler Lockett, Austin Hooper, and Robert Woods going for Eric Deutsch. I'm giving the advantage to Mike Boyd. Geesh, Boyd, I am so sorry. It'll never happen again. Advantage, though, Mike Boyd. That is an absolutely stacked wide receiver room. Stacks on stacks on stacks on stacks. It's like stacking like puzzle pieces, you know? Just stacking one on top of each other. That's how you build a puzzle. It's always a vertical thing, never a horizontal thing. And, of course, Deutsch is going vertical this week with his wide receivers advantage. Mike Boyd, I did it again. Jesus Christ, I got sex on the brain. Anyways, looking at it here, Giants defense going for Trey Nelson against Cincinnati. Probably a good play with Cincinnati playing like their 18th string quarterback. Washington defense, though, had a great day against Dallas, put up a 17 spot. So I've got to give the advantage to Mike Boyd because I've seen it. It's proven. It's done. It's right there. The facts are in front of my face. I can't deny the facts. I'm a fact-based reporter. That's what I do. I report on facts. Washington defense, advantage, Mike Boyd. Looking at the kickers here, Jason Sanders going against the Jets. Joey Sly going against the Vikings. Gotta go Sanders, one of the best kickers in fantasy this year. This guy's got an absolutely electric leg. Hits everything through the upright. Stop being, bada boom, boom. 3 points, 1 point. You ask him, he gets it. If he could get a 4-point play, he would. Advantage Jason Sanders. And you know what? Due to the huge game from Antonio Gibson, I'm going king of Tyreek Hill, pulling the upset, knocking off the king, Mike Boyd, off his throne for this week. Mike Boyd, already destined for playoff glory. Trey Nelson battling for his playoff life. The desperateness comes out to play. Trey Nelson with the victory this week. Looking on to our next matchup, folks. That's right, the Loch Ness versus Fetch Edson Yeager. The Loch Ness projected at 93.9 points. Jordan Allen at 113 before. This is our matchup of the week, folks. Set 2-7-4 teams, both battling for seeding, but a loss could make things interesting in the last week of the season. Derek Carr at quarterback for Kyle Eaglehoff. Carson Wentz going against Seattle this week. I like the Wentz play, but I like Carr better. That Atlanta defense isn't great, and I really like what Carr did last week against Kansas City. Looking at the running back position here, Ezekiel Elliott, Wayne Gallman for Kyle Eaglehoff, James Robinson, Benny Hill for Jordan Allen. Neither running backs rooms leave you very inspired. I couldn't certainly write a sonnet, a poem, some kind of ballad to a woman I'm trying to, charm. I'm trying to exude Prince Charming's charms on her. Couldn't certainly do that looking at these running backs rooms, but the better running back room this week is fetching Edson Yeager. That's right, James Robinson probably due to have a nice day against Cleveland. I think Benny Hill could see some nice carries against Vegas this week. Gambling, throwing the dice, craps, snake eyes, not good. Good this week, though, for Jordan Allen. Ezekiel Elliott put up an absolute stinker. Dropped to the load, only played 2.9 points. Looking at the wide receiver position here, Deontay Johnson, Russell Gage, Kyle Rudolph, David Montgomery for Eaglehoff. Eesh. Going against Michael Thomas, Corey Davis, Evan Ingram, Debo Samuel. I like those plays. I like the Samuel play for Malin. I think Michael Thomas is due for a big day against Denver. Advantage Malin, just due to the lack, because I really don't like the plays at all for Eaglehoff. They stink. Anyways, looking at the matchups here, Broncos defense going up against New Orleans. Eesh. Browns defense going against Jacksonville, much better play. That's a definite advantage for Eaglehoff there. That's a twist and turn. Looking at the kickers here, Daniel Carlson for Vegas. Coup for Atlanta. We got a lot of stakes in this Atlanta-Vegas game coming up here at 10 o'clock. 12 o'clock Central, 1 p.m. Eastern. Advantage Coup, advantage Malin. He is projected to win by almost 20 points. And I believe that projection will hold a big win for Malin this week. Secures a playoff spot. Eaglehoff, things will get interesting for him next week in a battle for a playoff spot. Now looking at our final matchup, that's right, we got Big Goth TDs versus Campers Got a Camp. Kind of a big week last week. Campers Got a Camp. Big victory. Deshaun Watson, though, Big Got TD's predicted to lose 117.7 to 124.8. Can Campers got a camp stay in the playoff hunt? 6 and 7 might get you there, might not. We will see. A win though keeps him alive. Big Got TD's needs this win to secure a more stable playoff setting. He doesn't want to be on wobbly grounds. This isn't the Indiana Jones ride. This isn't Disneyland, Disney World, Epcot, all that fun stuff. Let's look at the matchup here. Deshaun Watson put up a big 33.12 spot for Caney on Thanksgiving Day. He's going against Matt Ryan, who I don't think he's going to have as big a day against Vegas. Mahomes did well. Matt Ryan is not Mahomes. Advantage Deshaun Watson, advantage Big Goth TDs. Looking at it here, Alvin Kamara, J.D. McKissick for Tyler Canning. Riding that McKissick train did not pay off as much this week. Miles Sanders, Aaron Jones for Campers got a camp. Gotti the advantage. You got 2 RB1s there for Matt LeCamp. Definite advantage, Matt LeCamp. Camper keeps camping, and that's what he does. He camps in the running back position. He banks in the running back position. That's what he does. He brings his snacks, his s'mores. Big s'mores guy, Matt LeCamp. And let's find out why. Keelan Cole Sr., T.Y. Hilton, Robert Taney, and Chris Carson going for Big Goth TDs. Stephon Diggs, Brandon Cooks put up a 13.5 spot. Gesicki and Mike Williams for Camper. Again, I'm going to give the advantage to Camper here. I like Diggs. Cook put up a solid evening. Never know what you're going to get from Cole and Hilton. Really suspect. Carson coming off some injuries this year. Philadelphia defensive line certainly better than the Philadelphia secondary. Advantage there, Matt LeCamp. Congratulations, Matt LeCamp. Looking at the defense here, Colts defense, one of the best in the league, going up against Tennessee. Packers defense going against Chicago, one of the worst offenses in the league. Mitch behind center, though. Risky play, playing the Packers. I'm going to give the advantage to the Colts here. A proven good defense. Looking at the kickers here, Ryan Suckup, Gostkowski. Going to give the advantage to Suckup here. Actually, I'm going to give the advantage to Suckup. I think he's going to have a nice day for Tampa Bay against Kansas City. Could see a few field goals in his future. Overall, though, I can't argue again with the projections. I love the running back room for Matt LeCamp. I love the wide receiver room just as much as Matt LeCamp loves s'mores. I love this matchup for Matt LeCamp. That's a victory for Camper. Caney moves to 6 and 6. Camper to 5 and 7. Things getting interesting in Week 12 in the S09 F09 S10 Fantasy Football League. I am your host, Todd Berman Jr. Thank you for watching Todd's 10. We'll see you all next week for the regular season finale.